It's the spooky season, Halloween is right around the corner, so what better time than now to talk about the Gintama Halloween special. The episode starts with them going to a local festival, and of course Kagura wanting to eat all the amazing food there. Gintoki explains that the festival takes place every year and that they have to take turns doing the job. We then get introduced to Ochi, the old man that runs the haunted mansion every year, who is, accordingly to Gintoki, a pain in the ass. Not even 2 seconds of screen time and he's already going off on them because they are late for rehearsals. Then we get this funny interaction where he goes, "If you don't want to be here, just go home," and you already know it. That's what they're about to do. After they start walking away, we see him begging them to still do the show. And then we get some back and forth in the most comedic way possible. He explains that all he wants is to host the haunted house with no accidents. He explains that the people coming here are adrenaline junkies and that you never know what they can do. But good news, Gintaki says they never care, so the adrenaline cancels out. We then see them transform into iconic Halloween movie characters, which is apparently bad because they're scaring people to death. We then get this magnificent quote from Gintoki. "You know what really is scary? I'll tell you. It's the human heart." Honestly, rewatching this episode made me miss the Gintama humor. It's such a unique style that you won't find anywhere else. After Ochi screams at them for their costumes, they are forced to change into a vampire, a werewolf, and a ghost. Even with all that, they still try to sneak in the weapons from their lost costumes. After that, we finally get to the haunted mansion part. We see a kid tell his dad that he's scared. The ambience, the scary music, and the conversations of the costumes that lasted 2 minutes and that the kid heard everything. Kagura then trips while getting part of her costume, and we see the disappointed face of the dad and the son. The son goes and gives her a candy because he feels bad for her. This episode is so full of comedic moments that are timed perfectly, so it's really hard to describe them in this recap, but trust me, while you're watching this episode, it goes so well. Ochi is extremely done with them and decides to teach them how to be scary. He tells them to hide while he does the next clients, but surprise surprise, it's Kenpachi's sister. Ochi decides to pull a rope that lets go a skeleton, jump scaring Otae and her friend. While being scared, she decides to crush the skeleton, traumatizing Ochi in the process. But he doesn't give up, he launches a fireball at them. While doing that, Otae holds her friend so tightly that she starts bleeding. Hochi is scared for the client, starts screaming that it will kill her, and starts running towards both of them. You know where this is going. After getting roasted by Gintoki and the others, and having an existential crisis, lost his job, wife left him, no friends, a really sad story, he decides that he wants to give up. But Gintoki gives him a motivational speech and tells him to leave the rest up to them. Ochi is now more fired up than ever. This is the thing with the Gintama anime. You get those sad, relatable moments in the story, even if it's a comedy. We then see the next client walk by. It's a real monster, saying he's really scared but he loves those kind of stuff. Ochi sees him and becomes instantly terrified. He's about to run away, but Gintoki makes him remember his promise to scare everyone. We then cut to Kaguya with the setting of the Ring movie, acting like a ghost to scare the monster. The monster runs away and gets to Senpachi, disguised like a wolf and referencing a frisbee joke from earlier on. Gintoki comes out as a vampire, also saying nonsense, and we see the monster terrified, shaking on the ground. Ochi comes out and tries to scare the monster, but he gets up and punches him across the street, not because he was mad, but because he almost stepped on a bug. After that, he just wants to give up and go home, but Gintoki manages to motivate him again, and they hide for the next client to come, but it turns out it's his wife. He tells her how he feels and to come back to him, and after biting his tongue, he makes his wife laugh. She tells him that's the reason she came here, to go back with him. We then see them both walking away, and we see that both of them didn't want the separation. They were just afraid of being honest with each other. And that concludes the Gintama Halloween special. Do I think it was a good Halloween special? I really do. It's not scary, it's not jump scary, it's really a relatable episode that really uses the Gintama humor. Honestly, as a Halloween special, I highly recommend that you watch it. And if you didn't see the Gintama anime yet, I beg you, give it a chance. I know it's kind of old, but you're gonna enjoy it so much. This was episode 2 of the series we're doing for the whole month of October. The playlist is right here if you want to see all the Halloween specials in the animes. Thank you for listening and see you next time.